So as we kind of wrap up today, here at Noah Webster Educational Foundation, we focus on 5 things: the roles of instruction, the role of parents, the role of government, faith and morality, and facilities in education. Do you have any specific thoughts that stand out to you on any of these points that you'd like to share with us?
Well, I would say to you, government usually is an inhibitor to education. That's why I'm a huge local choice guy, a local involvement guy. Gordon Gee was a mentor of mine for 5 years. He's president of Ohio State University, now the president of West Virginia University. He was at Vanderbilt, he was at Brown, a very accomplished president. And I was with him one day in the U.S. Senate, and the senator stood up and said, "Mr. Gee, would you tell us what do we need to do to help you in education?" And his response was classic. And he said it in words I won't say, but he said, "Get the blank out of our lives and leave us alone and let us locally control it." And I'll take that and agree with him 100% without the language. It's the right approach. So I think that's the key. For me, the only sure foundation when there's chaos and confusion, as we've had in our world of recent years, is my faith found in the Word of God. So I'm more about my life being centered around that and having a biblical worldview than anything else, because truth has to have a moral foundation. It has to have a foundation, I should say. And that foundation to me is the Word of God. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Christian or not. If you take the moral code from the Word of God, you would just have a great life if you just live by that.
Yeah.
And so I try to live by that. I would add one thing. I have, with the good Lord's help, probably been involved in building about 300 to 400 million in facilities, renovating, updating. Today, more than ever in the world that we live in, you can't put an education process in a shabby shack. You have to have a decent environment and a decent arrangement. So I'm a huge guy on having decent facilities, but it never, ever supplants the teacher. The teacher's the important one. The parent's the important one. So if you have a great teacher, you can have a shack and still get a great education. But I do believe that children learn better when they have the right environments, the right colors. I've done a lot of work on colors and how that affects the mindset. And so it's something I think is very critical for learning as well. So I think your 5 areas are fantastic, and keep the focus there. Let's do something great with the Noah Webster Education Foundation.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for your conversation. It's been fun, and perhaps we can do it again sometime.